Welcome to another session of Master Domaining. I'm Gene Pimentel, and in this session, we'll talk about the types of domains to focus on. The challenging thing about domaining is you need a clear picture of what makes a domain name marketable so you can identify the opportunities that are likely to make you money and avoid those that are likely to cause losses. What is a TLD? A term you'll hear very often is TLD, so become familiar with it. TLD stands for Top Level Domain. And don't let that confuse you. It simply means the part of the domain that follows the last dot, like .com. TLDs are also sometimes referred to as domain extensions. The first TLDs were created in 1984, and they were .com, .net, .org, .edu, .gov, and .mil. Since then, hundreds of other TLDs were created to accommodate the growth and changing nature of the Internet. Unrestricted GTLDs, or generic TLDs, are available for registration by any person for any purpose. So a GTLD, generic top-level domains, are the most common and the most sought-after names. These include .com, .net, .org, .biz, .info, and several others. Now there's also a CCTLD, which is a country code TLD. It always has exactly 2 characters and represents a specific country or territory. For example, the CCTLD for the United States is .US. There are hundreds of CCTLDs currently in existence. Country code top-level domains were created specifically for a single country's use, and that country can put any sort of restrictions on that they choose. Some countries only allow citizens to register domains under their CCTLD, while other countries rent their TLD out for use by the public. And then there's the STLD, which is sponsored top-level domains, and they are names that are controlled by specific agencies within an industry. For example, .museum is a STLD regulated by the Museum Domain Management Association. They reserve that TLD for museum websites. So most of your domaining focus will be on regular TLDs, which are generic for global use. And that would be the .coms, .nets, .orgs, .infos, that sort of thing. Now you can acquire a domain name in one of 3 ways. Number 1, by creating new domains. Number 2, by registering expired domains. Number 3, by purchasing existing domains. But just a little word of warning, be careful when registering domains, because you may be thinking about registering a domain like Experts Exchange, which would be expertsexchange.com. But when you look at it again, you'll see how many people would see that as Expert Sex Change, so you want to be careful about what you're registering. LoveTherapist.com may be seen as either Love Therapist or Love the Rapist. SpeedOfArt.com may be seen as Speed of Art or as Speedofart. So be sure you're registering domains that make perfect sense and can't be misinterpreted when read. So just be aware of the alternate wording as you register domains. For domain flipping, .com is king. I can't stress that enough. I focus almost all my efforts on .com domains because, number 1, .coms typically sell for a much higher price. Number 2, .coms sell much more easily. Number 3, .coms sell much more quickly. And number 4, it's what businesses want. That's vital. Number 5, it is the default that people turn to when typing in a domain. Number 6, avoid serious traffic leak, and we'll discuss that further later. And number 7, it takes the same amount of effort for a much higher return. Now hear me out on this. Any type of domain can be bought and sold. Many domainers flip .net and .org domains, and that's fine. But understand that there's usually a specific reason for that. Overall, .coms will be your biggest moneymaker. There are 3 main types of domains. Number 1 are brandable domains. Number 2 are keyword domains. Number 3 are local or geographic domains. And yes, there are other splinter groups of possible types of domains, but these 3 are the most accessible and most profitable. And we will get into the details of each of these 3 types in the next session.